Things that will not get your wife back. Number 3, marriage counseling. Why? Well, first reason is because statistically, couples counseling doesn't really work on mixed agenda couples. You go into a counseling office, one of you wants out of the marriage, one of you wants to stay in the marriage. A lot of the time, that counselor is either going to just help you make up your mind about the thing that you already came in wanting to do, or they're going to be helping you just accept what your wife is doing. What we need from counseling is we need mutual buy in. That is the one thing that we don't have by the time we get to separation. Now, what ends up happening so many of the time, let's just say that somehow you get your wife to sit in a counselor's office with you. She agrees to give it one last chance, or whatever it is that you said to get her to agree to sit in that counselor's office with you. 9 times out of 10, when I have seen this happen for my clients, it ends up being a complete waste of time. Why? Not because the counselor is terrible or does something wrong, but because the wife is not participating. She's actually just using it as fuel for her own justification. And most of the time, you only ever get 1 or 2 sessions out of her anyways, which is actually the part of counseling that makes things worse because all we're doing is airing out the dirty laundry. We're not pushing through to the part where we say, okay, now what's your side? What are your inner insecurities? What are the behaviors, the thoughts on your end that are driving this dynamic forward? We don't get to that part. All we get to is, he's terrible and here's all the bad things he's done. And she's terrible and here's all the bad things she's done. And then we leave it there. And then we're surprised when this has made things worse. Okay. So a lot of times what ends up happening is she walks out of counseling. It's punishing. It's one more instance of why we shouldn't be together. And you end up just ticking a box on her way to divorce instead of actually getting some regrowth, some repair in the relationship like what you'd hoped. This really cuts to deeper truth, which is that you're not going to persuade your wife back into working on the marriage. You can't convince her to try if she doesn't feel like trying. Instead, we need to work on that feeling by being available to connect with and rewarding to interact with. More I could say on this, but we'll leave it there for now. Go check out the separation roadmap. If you are a guy in this situation, you're trying to save your marriage from separation or divorce, and your wife isn't interested in joining you in that endeavor, that's exactly who I created the separation roadmap for. It's going to walk you through the 4 stages of separation and what you should do in each one. husbandalpaven.com/map if you're interested. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one, guys.